Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain, and so obvious, and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around, in a great panic, as if it were necessary, to achieve something beyond themselves. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present, which is what there is and all there is. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. Try to imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Now try to imagine what it was like to wake up, having never gone to sleep. A scholar tries to learn something every day. A student of Buddhism tries to unlearn something daily. Every intelligent individual wants to know what makes him tick, and yet is at once fascinated and frustrated by the fact that oneself is the most difficult of all things to know. Never pretend to a love which you do not actually feel, for love is not ours to command. Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God while one is peeling potatoes. Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes. One is a great deal less anxious if one feels perfectly free to be anxious, and the same may be said of guilt. The world is filled with love play, from animal lust to sublime compassion. You're under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. If you cannot trust yourself, you cannot even trust your mistrust of yourself, so that without this underlying trust in the whole system of nature, you are simply paralyzed. It's better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing, than a long life spent in a miserable way. Genuine love comes from knowledge, not from a sense of duty or guilt. Just as money is not real, consumable wealth, books are not life. To idolize scriptures is like eating paper currency. Sex is no longer a serious taboo. Teenagers sometimes know more about it than adults. When you find out that there was never anything in the dark side, to be afraid of nothing is left but to love. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. There is no way of making a hedge grow like pruning it. There is no way of making sex interesting like repressing it.